Okay. Opening up the game. I don't know what all that sound was, but the sound and I made it. Was playing earlier today. Got to a point where I feel like I don't know. If someone was following this, they might be sad they missed it. Not that I'm saying people are following this intently, but that's how I'd feel if I was watching it. Let's get back into it. We're working on the rover. I want to try to get more of the body done. I've got some of the preliminary stuff done for how I kind of want to do the suspension. Fix the game capture. The game is successfully launched. And I can turn that off. And we can hop back in. Okay. So, yeah. I'll talk about that suspension more in a minute, probably. We need to decide how this is going to happen. I no longer need this. So I come into here. No. I need to Alt. There we go. We need to destroy all of this. Why is that stuff? What the? Oh, so there's just like a bunch of stuff sitting in there. Fine. What are you? Oh god, there really was just like a bunch of stuff sitting inside that. Fair enough. Oh, jetpack fuel is low. Let's try to get back up here before it runs out. Okay. And in here. Control panel. Refill bottles. And do that. So I was using this connection point to transfer stuff via my loader. This is no longer needed, and neither is this. Okay. Just saying we need energy, so I will sit in the chair and get energy back. Because why not? Almost there. And done. Okay, so what I actually want... question is, do I try to finish up outside armor? Probably. Because if I need to... other stuff can change another time. Yeah, let's finish up this outside armor. However that's going to work. Which means... I... come into not that one, but the other one. And... shift all this stuff over to where it's supposed to go. And bring over steel plate. Because I still want light armor on the top, just not heavy. Yeah, let's just bring it all over. So I need the light armor block back. Put it at 5 for now. Very easily all of this is going to be light armor, as far as I understand it right now. I will, let's see here. Tempted to leave a hole at this point right here, so it's easy to access for weapons. But yeah, let's for now, we'll leave this one open for now on each side. Yeah. So the question is, I don't know how to do the mirror mode. I'm too lazy to figure it out right now. Too lazy to make my life easier. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so right about here. It's where everything gets kind of interesting. Because I also need to figure out how all of this is going to meet up to the glass. I want a door as well. Do I want it to be an airlock though? So if I put that there, it's a sliding door. Or I could just do, let's do a sliding door. Yeah. So it gives me like room to get up there, land, and then open it. Me like. Okay. That gives us the opportunity to figure out what on earth is happening here. Which I'm assuming. My phone is in my way. Move. I'm assuming it'll just be something like that. But I'm not convinced. How do I want to line up to this? Because if I'm tempted to leave room right here for stuff, but at the same time, I don't really want to. I'd rather almost that be the beginning of stuff moving in. Doing something like this. Which means I theoretically wouldn't even actually need that. Could be doing something. But you see, if I do that, then it has nothing to stick to. Which is why I'm actually tempted to put these kind of, not even build them out, kind of girders. Which means you'd be getting into this kind of a thing immediately. Right, yeah, that one. Kind of right there. Does that mean this stuff up here is a little bit too blocky? I really gotta figure out what I'm doing up here. It's really how everything ties together. Okay. So... problem is if I do just straight down, that's going to come to an end way too quickly. Which means I'm actually going to need light armor slope stuff. Or replace the rotors for now. If I do something... So let's get rid of this one. Sorry, I'm kind of like half speaking as I'm trying to form these words of my idea. So I got this like slope armor. If I can get it to rotate the way I want. There we go. Doing something at the very least 3 across like this. So we'll start with the 3 since that's how our nose ends right here. Then we will put our little noses on it. Which then makes me want to go back to these blocks. Just need the angle one. Like that. And then do that again and see how this is kind of, see how it's working. Up. Let's stay close enough to actually place it. Okay, let's see how this is looking so far. Okay, okay. Is that coming too fast? Is the question. This is coming up on it too fast. I don't think so. I don't want my cockpit to feel too, I don't know, enclosed, if that makes sense, if I can help it. Actually, I wonder if at this point I can put glass. Go to window and we have these ever so slightly sloped ones, but then we have these like really, really sloped ones. Let's just try them out for now. Why doesn't it like that? Why won't it go on that period? Is it because it's not welded? Let's just make sure. Because that could very easily be the reason. No. Oh, I need girders. That's why. That's why. Fine. We'll get some girders. Just can't let me forget to put lights on the inside as well. There we go. So I do something like that. No, I don't hate that. But I don't like how far down that's sticking. Wondering... Probably need to delete these before I try to do this. Let's grind these out. And I'm wondering if I can put a little half deal. Oh, like that. And still do... Oops. Not what I wanted. Still do that. Oh, come on. Okay, I like that much better. But the question is, how am I gonna do these parts? Yeah. This is what I get for trying to do something stylized. It's gonna be worth it though. Okay, let's get a block to kind of help fill this in a little bit. I guess we'll start with one side. Got light armor corner pieces. Get the door back in a second. Yeah, we got some serious corners going on. It's a really tiny corner. That is a much more dramatic corner. Question is, do I like that? I don't know. Question is there a version of this? That one's a little bit more dramatic. I think I like that more. Which means I'd need to get rid of this. These ones would need to be more dramatic as well. So that's not the one I wanted. I want number 6. And I do that. Oh, but then it doesn't cover that all the way. Damn it. Okay, fair enough. So if I go back to the other one, which I think is this one. Oh, I can't see anything with these shadows. No, it's not that one. Where's the one I'm thinking of? It's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, is this one just oriented differently? Right? Oh, shoot. I have no energy. Quick. Give me energy, please. Time to get myself a little bit more comfy in my chair. It's comfy building time, not stressed building time. I was trying to sit all proper and stuff. No, we need the gamer lean back going on. Okay, that's the thing I messed putting down. And that. No, it wasn't. That one was fine. Oh well. This is backwards. Somehow. Stop it. Stop changing the orientation on me. Is that correct? I've rotated enough. Maybe eventually it'll make sense. I think that's the one I was looking at, but now I'm seeing that that's wrong. Well, shoot. Okay. Problem is that that's got extreme angle on it. So do I need to bring it out one more? Is that what I'm learning? Where's the piece that I want? That one. Okay, so that has come out one more time. At least right there. Whether that actually continues, I don't know. So I'm actually going to remove that. Because I think, oops, wrong. Where are some of these tiny ones? Well, that's too big. I could have sworn there was a smaller one between that and that, but maybe not. Are these the blocks I'm looking for? That's heavy armor. It's light armor. Oh boy, I'm getting way too fancy with this, aren't I? Okay. Sweet. None of that is what I want. Oh, that's kind of what I want. Actually. If I do that... Can I replace that with something in this kind of same existence like that? Or that's almost there. It's not quite there. Ooh, that's actually there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Which means I then need to get rid of this one. The bigger one, like that. Yes. Okay, that's kind of smoothly moving. Okay. Fortunately, I have to do all this again. Ugh. It's okay. Yeah. Only problem with doing this. Oh, jetpack fuel is getting low. Let's throw our tanks to there. Go to the control panel, refill bottles. Thank you. Eventually this needs to start sloping down pretty hard, which is fine. The question is there any other fancy window stuff I need to be looking at? Got some of these and some of these. Let's replace the 2 wheels I've got going on just to try some of this. It's flat, that's slope. Those are all both flat. Okay. This might have more of the angle I'm kind of looking for. Except extending it out from there is gonna be hard. Yeah, shoot. Because that would work perfectly there, except with the weird angle I've got going on here. Which we may just have to hope we can even get armor to even kind of line up there. But we'll see. Actually, I wonder if some of this stuff will fit onto this corner a little bit better. None of that stuff seems to want to, and obviously none of this stuff is either. Let's just take another gander at the window stuff available. I mean, we can take a look at this one. Running out of space. I won't be using that one anytime soon. Oh, hey, that kind of worked, except it's not leaning back far enough. Because this is all 1 by 1. Dang it. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. I mean, we could do that. And change up what that angle is doing. Let's see what we can do with armor first. Okay, I need to figure out what I am doing. Some of this crazy angle stuff. Yeah. What am I doing with this? Not sure any of this is gonna work. Because this is following like 3 different steps. Was there like a little mini half one? There was. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that one, despite how much we liked it. We are going to do... Which one do we want? The big tall one, probably, that I skipped. Is that really the only big tall one that meets up there? Why does that seem so off to me? Yeah, like what happened to that one? Oops. What are you? Light armor, sloped corner base. Wait, was that just like a one like a normal block, but No. No, it's definitely something fancy. These ones are not corners at all. Oh, that's technically a corner. Is it from this collection? I do that. Let's just try that and see what this does. Nope. Nope. That one. How come that's not lining up? What's wrong with that one? Yeah, energy's low. It's too much slow. It's not enough. None of these fit right. Oh, that one kind of fits. But then it's not going to flip and fit any of that. Okay. Let's get our little tiny triangle piece into this corner. Wherever that is. Oh, geez, I hit all the wrong buttons. There we go. Okay, let's get some energy. Everything's getting mad at us. Watch me finish this and just absolutely hate it. And then not be able to recreate it on the other side. So, I stopped by Cafe Rio for dinner. And I got this flan. So I'm going to be really rude and eat in front of you guys. So I'm only halfway done. Flan is surprisingly good. I don't know what it is. Okay. So, theoretically, there should be a piece that matches up with this one. Even like ever so slightly. Apparently it's not that. That lines up, but it's not what I want. I don't think. It's not what I want. That's kind of what I want. That one wants to be that, but it can't be. Also wants to be that, but it can't be. Okay, let's try this section. And so far, nothing from here is really lining up either. So how am I supposed to... I mean, it's a little bit of a finishing piece, isn't it? So maybe I'm really actually supposed to do one of these right there. I gotta figure out how to get down here. I took this fancy glass. Did that. Okay, this is 1 by again. So if I go to window and swap it that, get the angled one. Oh boy. Then if I place against this, like that gets a window there. You had already decided that this isn't gonna work because this is 1 by 2. But I know there's a 1 by 1 as well. Oh, we already have it. Number 9. This one doesn't slope back far enough. That's right. Which means I might not actually want how this is doing it with glass there. How am I going to do this? Okay, let's get rid of this glass. As cool as it is to have glass up there, we're not going to do that. I probably need to do this to give myself a surface to play with. Which means I might need to come over to these big boys. Not that one. That one's getting closer. That one's not quite it. This one's still too slanted. Isn't there one of these that like goes, hugs like that corner besides just that one? Oh, jeez. Feels like such an idiot trying to rotate this stupid thing. That's just like a regular slope. Dang it, I could have sworn there was one. We have... I'm trying to look at the ones we have done. So is there one that I can put instead right there that is going to do what we want? because then that would require this one playing nice, and I run into the exact same problem I just did. Can I do this off-centered somehow? Can do that. And I can do that. It's looking, feeling fancy. Okay. Nobody panic yet, but definitely prepare to panic. That works there. Okay. So I need thing. To somehow magically line up right there. Then. Oh, it's beautiful. Do that. Okay, maybe it's not as wonderful as I was hoping. That's okay. Right? Let's get rid of this one because we don't really know what's going to be there yet. But I can kind of put that there, and all of that stuff lines up. Same with right here. There. So I can take this one and change it into something. Something like that. Like that. Right? Switch this to just straight up like block piece. I don't know if this is working at all. It's kind of sloping and working. I mean, it's kind of got a bit of funk to it, but I mean, it's working. Then I need to get rid of that one. So I can actually probably come to these blocks. It's probably gonna end up being something like that, right? Just by how unpretty that is. That goes to that just fine. Then kind of go is there, that's just a straight up punch block. I want to say it was this one. I'm kind of watching the like top right corner. Is this the one I want? Oh geez. And that's how you follow the sky. Let's sit down for a second, get some energy back, go refill our H2. Might need to grab that third H2 bottle I have. We are running out quickly. Let's grab that. Oh, did I not grab it? I need to put some steel back so I have room in my inventory. Okay, there's our H2 fill so we can refill all of these bottles. Control panel. Refill bottle. Inventory. You know what? I haven't checked. We're probably all out of ice right now, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, we are. Which means... What is our... So our hydrogen tank is... dropping fairly quickly to run our engines. At some point I have to do a bunch of ice mining. Already done some, but I need to do a lot more. Okay, so I was on 6, I think. 7? I think it was 7. Yeah. Do that one. And I think I can do something in here. I'll see if I do that, then it doesn't match. Switch over to these ones. Wait, these are the ones I just looked at. Need to go to number 6. Here we go. No, that doesn't reach. But actually, this might be as simple as a normal slope armor. Nah, no, it's not. Oh, which means... This one? Yeah, there we go. I knew we had something. Something sitting somewhere. This feels so, like, I'm trying so hard, but looking so janky. Once I, like, weld it in, it's probably gonna look even worse. Yeah. As you see, what it wants is to do that. That's what it wants. So how do I get that to reach up to here? Oh, geez. Is there like a tiny piece I can put right there? Come on. Tiny. What about in this one? Yeah, it's definitely trying. I could give it horns and try to do it like this. So stupid. No. Well, I'm almost tempted to leave it. Despite how much I worked at getting that smooth. Wait, is there not one? Is it this grouping? No, I think it's in this one. We got that one that like comes down to a like step, but I thought, yeah, this one. So I take away this and that. Yeah, see, I can go into that corner like that. And then that takes me back to being able to do... Oops, I guess it's not this one. This one. Doing that. And something in here. Like that. Question is, how do I do this now? Okay. That is all working actually fairly well. Will that allow me to... So you got that. How do I make this work the way I want to? Because I might actually try to get rid of my supposed amazing plan there. I feel so stupid trying to line that up. Okay, that didn't line up the way I wanted. I thought that was going to work, but it's not going to. I regret everything. I want back to what I had. Do that. Did that line up at all? Didn't line up with that at all. I forgot what was there. Gosh dang it. I wish I could just do glass and figure out a way to do glass really well, but it's just not going to line up, is it? I mean, not with me doing this like fancy, ridiculous like sloping I'm doing right here. Let's take a step back and look at it. Makes me actually kind of want to try to take out those. But let's do it. Let's take out these. At least for a second. Do this stuff. Do that. The problem is that this stupidly doesn't line up with that at all. Why is that the case? Well, fun. Is it because I need to add... do that kind of thing? Probably. Okay. Which means I can take the really small one from this. Hopefully. I cannot connect to that in any way, can I? This has no real corners. Because this piece is taking up that whole section. Okay. Let's get some energy. Well, gosh darn it. I might have to remove this glass thing I have along the side in order to actually do any of this. Like, I might have to remove all of that. So I can... Jeez. Could do something like that. Let's go. Or I could do that and then there's the one I'm thinking of. Is it this one that I'm thinking of? That one lines up the best. We decided that this one does not work there. Neither does anything from this grouping. So it had to have been... God, I wish I hadn't torn this apart earlier. Don't want that one. That doesn't line up. If I rotate it enough, eventually it might get to what I was trying to do, which it's not going to. had something there at some point. I can't believe I forgot what I placed there. God damn it. Anything gonna work here? That definitely gets the closest, but then it just ruins everything I have right there. Which right there, what it's trying to do is... What are you a part of? Sloped corner base. Here's the sloped corner thing. There's the sloped corner base. Which means I need to use something that's going to connect to that. What that is, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Jesus. Okay. Of course, that then kills our ability to have this glass here. This one wants the sloped corner base, probably. Yeah. Which means I think we can do something weird. I mean, yeah, I don't hate that. It's got a little bit of a sharp edge there, but I think that's fine. It's just the rest of this glass is then just forever janky. Because it's following this like hard symmetry we've got going on here. Oh, ouch. Didn't mean to do that. I mean, can we just... We might be able to just get away with... doing that, and then... Oh, we can't put anything right there. Because that block is taking up that space. See, that almost needs a full corner, which is like... Can something like that work? No. Yeah, see, it needs like a full corner right there. Then, of course, it doesn't line up with anything right there. Let's try to remember what that was, because we're going to try to replace it. I think we were in... No, no. Oh, that like almost works. One of these work? Is that... Oops. That almost works. Maybe. We might leave that there. Oh, God. Having to recreate this is not going to be fun. So I might ignore that for now. And take a step away. 'Cause I'm not even sure I like that. So janky as hell. Okay, let's continue on with stuff that's like a little more general with how everything's going to line up. So let's take away that. Let's do some real basic sloped armor. And of course, it's not going to want to play nice by lining up the way I want it to. Oh, geez. No, behave. Okay. Yeah. Real basic. That's all we really need. Especially up here, just doing the real basic kind of fill in of squares probably. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. There's one of these. Yeah, see these, I think for now, I want to leave exposed so I can get to these conveyors really easily. Yeah. For future gun mounts for when we turn spiders back on. Hello, miner. Okay. This is feeling pretty good. Okay. We'll just leave this half alone for now. It's not feeling too bad. There's the hole there for that. Eventually, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the back end. Should we go back to working on the suspension? Is that kind of where we're at? It's like this half is done on the top. This half is started along the bottom. It's like I can't figure out what the heck I'm doing. Let's refill some of our supplies. Sit in our chair for some energy. Oh boy. I'm gonna take another bite of my dessert. If anybody's lurking or watching the vid, just have a favorite dessert. Okay, drink of water. Okay, let's go fill our hydrogen bottles. Should probably get some more ice since we're running so low. I kind of want to make a drag sled system. I was thinking about this while I was eating or getting lunch. It's like on a hinge, like put a hinge here and then have some pistons that stretch out, then have like a rake of drills, and then the hinge kind of relaxes and the drills rest against the ground. The hinge can only rotate down to a certain degree so it doesn't like just completely dig in, but then just like rake along the surface as I'm driving to collect ice to help fuel this beast. I think that could work and be fun at some point. Okay, do I even attempt the other half of this? I might have to do that later tonight while I'm like watching something. Okay. At least we got to keep most of our glass though. Because yeah, I really don't need to like look up. So we do get this good 360 or not 360, like 180 view around us still, which is nice. And this kind of in towards my head really doesn't bug me too much, which is good. At some point I have to put lights inside here. There'll be a door there. We'll have this door here. These are coming along. What do I have in my inventory? Let's do... All I'm thinking about, I should probably just finish this stupid hole. See if I can't just do it quickly. You should all be laughing because we know I'm not going to be able to do it quickly. Laughing was the correct response to that comment, in case you were all wondering. Inside, do these suckers upside down so don't forget. I might leave those as girders, I don't know. Or, you know, kind of structure skeleton it's got going. Okay, so I try to build from the inside bottom. Okay, nothing's really sitting low except for that thing right there, which is sitting against the flat. It is this half one. That. Okay. I should have just researched how to do splits or symmetry mode, but God, I'm still not even convinced by that. Wait, isn't there a way to oh shoot, there's a way to like a dropper tool, isn't there? Like if I like mouse click over that to like, oh shoot. Shift Alt, no, not Control Alt. Alt click, Shift click. There's like a way to dropper tool to be like that thing right there, put it in my build hand. Do I have to have my hand out? Come on, there's got to be a way to do it. Okay, hold on. We are going to set ourselves down to get a beautiful view of the sky while I pull up my browser. Do a quick Space Engineers dropper tool. Is that the right terminology that I'm kind of trying to think of? Eyedropper tool. No, not for coloring blocks. Eyedropper tool for blocks. Just I'm just thinking it would be cool. There's a plugin for that. Apparently a mod. That is an old forum though. No one. I was just talking about the color picker. Okay, maybe it's not possible. I shall just suffer. Okay, so, but this is this, and the small is facing this way. No. God damn it. That, I think. And I actually think this was just that. Yep. And then that one was kind of a squished in mofo, which means it was this one. Ah, did it place something? I accidentally clicked. This one. This is the one that goes all the way down to the corner. So not quite this one. That one. Then our tiny little corner piece. Damn it. Come on, rotate the way I think I want you to. There we go. Hey, that's not too bad so far. Okay. And right next to there's that same piece I just placed. And similar piece to before. Yeah, it did have that little continuation, but we're going to ignore that for now. It did. That kind of looks like that corner piece we had done before, which is this one. And let's switch over to this. It's that, and then that. Itty bitty corner piece. Nope, not that way. That way. Okay. That little corner piece. And from corner to corner piece that I was talking about. It's in this one. Aha. Okay. And this one again. So I thought that one, yeah. Yeah. This just gets a full box right there. That looking similar? Okay. That gets the long triangle into this corner. It's fair. Like that. And I get kind of a reverse, like reverse thicker triangle kind of a deal. I don't know if I'm making any sense for those of you that are like watching or not watching. Like, yeah, you have me on in the background. I don't know if what I'm saying is making any sense. Damn it, just Rotate the way I want you to. Bam. So it goes like that. And then I kind of do that again and again. Fair enough. That. And I come down. We get the fat piece again. Slightly less fat piece. Yeah, alternating up. Then right along here. Kind of get like the triangle and something. Which I actually think is just this basic triangle. And I never could kind of really figure out what was the best. So I think I just ended up doing, not from that one, that one. Maybe? Damn it. Okay, it's clearly not that one. Which one did I pick? What are you? Sloped corner base. Oh, it's that one. I put that there? Really? Okay. I mean, sure. Drives me nuts in the future. That's on this one. Yeah. But it's really just like awful like that? No. Like it lines up with what's going on over here. Why aren't you happy? Sloped corner base. That's not what this said. Light armor, sloped corner base. Light armor, sloped corner base. Okay, why aren't you going in the way you're supposed to? There's a certain orientation. Oh, there it is. Of course, I immediately get it. Ah, shit. Okay, so replicating on the other side did take nearly as long as I thought it would. Except I need to come down to here and add my door. Nope. Rotate you around. That, and then I believe I did something like that. Right? Yeah. We just line up the regular square blocks now. Sweet. Okay. Regular square blocks. Let's just line up a bunch of these. Oh, suit armor energy is about to run out. Sit in our chair for a minute. Okay, let's see here. getting close to at least most of the outer shell of our rover being done, which is good. And we can kind of focus on maybe more of the suspension stuff. I am not closing that in yet. The bright lights. I need to make sure to put lights on in this inside as well. Assuming we're going all the way over there. Okay, so this should all be... Come on. Fine. Not there. That means I can come along this edge. No. Damn it. 5. No. I want to do that. That. Okay. Let's fill in some more of this. There's... Yeah, I'm leaving all 3 open. Which allows me to close this stuff in a little bit more. Yeah. Which I'm not quite sure with what I'm doing with the butt yet. Still tempted to put a landing pad out there. I just don't know. Maybe not the most exciting shape. The front makes up for it a little bit, but I think it's working. Okay, now let's get back to our fancy suspension that's probably not even going to work. So for anybody watching at this point, I can't remember that I explained a little bit at the beginning, but this is kind of following off the same concept that the Curiosity Marv rover suspension is running off of, except it has one big one on each side. So this pivot point would be in the center. But I'm going to do one in the front and one in the back on each side. So what it's doing is you got a pivot point there, and then you got your wheels. And what this allows it to do is that all these wheels can kind of move semi-independently to make sure that all 3 are always touching the ground as you're climbing over crazy rocks. But it also allows it to where on this side, if this side hits a big crazy rock, this is staying relatively flat while those wheels are moving going up and over the rock, keeping a level contact on the ground at all times. Hopefully that kind of made sense. It should also help with climbing hills doing this, although most of the time when that's the case, these bars are longer and the wheels are a little bit more spread out. But hopefully having one in the front, one in the back on each side kind of mimic that. But it's kind of like having a crazy suspension system without the use of like heavy springs. So it's like taking the suspension that's on each of these wheels and making it huge. The only problem is hopefully having 6 wheels on each side is enough suspension force to hold this heavy rover. If not, I might have to double up on wheels to where I hope that they don't travel, because doing it how I'm doing it right here allows these arms to travel as much as they want without having any collisions. However, if I put a wheel facing on this side as well, it's then going to limit the rotation, but give us more suspension power. Or I redo it and make them bigger and allow each point that would have a wheel have 2 wheels on this side. There's also the 5x5 wheel I could do. The problem is so on the Curiosity Rover, this pivot point is in the center, and then there's mechanics that allows the center point to always stay flat or tilt if it has to, so it doesn't like hit the nose as it's like climbing a hill. But I'm not smart enough nor have the time right now to figure out how to program that. I know I could with time, but I don't really want to right now. I'd rather try to do this cheap, quick, dirty solution. So that's where I'm kind of at with that, in case anybody was curious that is watching. The question is, how can I do the exact same length on the back, pivoting off this very back corner? Do I want to extend the back a little bit since I have the room? But let's get into it. What do I have in my inventory? I have girders. I think I want interior plate, just in case. I don't know what it's going to require me to have in my inventory to place everything. Let's put that back. Grab some interior plate. Let's grab a couple hundred, and we should have plenty. Let's refill on our hydrogen since we're right here. I'll have to come back later. I have a feeling our hydrogen engines are just eating through power in order to operate this base. Our batteries aren't on this side. I wanted to look at my battery status. Yeah, I think I want to supplement this thing with some solar along the top. But again, we'll get to that in a minute. Possibly. Okay, so let's actually, just so we're not wasting hydrogen, let's drop down to the ground. And we can get a rotor. We're just using a basic rotor, so you don't need to have any actual connection points. We are doing heavy armor on these legs. Then we are doing 3x3. So you got the 3x3 left, which is that one, and then a 3x3 right. So left, right. And that should be all I need right now. Yeah. So shoot, unfortunately I don't have enough in my inventory. No, hold on, let's weld a couple of these. We might have enough. No. I just don't want to be dropping components everywhere, but we may have to. Hey, no, we didn't. Okay. So, let's put that on there. And then, oh shoot, we actually kind of want to weld this up. Ouch. But we might be able to get away with just hitting. Actually, before we do that, I actually don't want to do that yet. Because we need to categorize everything as we go to make it easier. So we got 1, 2 rotors and 3 wheels. We want to come in here and properly name them. So that way we don't lose track of what's what. Okay, so we have why can't I see the name? Oh, there it is. Right front rotor. So we can gonna use this name a lot. Right front. Right front rotor 2. And then we should have a bunch of wheels. This wheel suspension. We'll do. Right front wheel suspension. Yeah, we'll just let it be unhappy with its super long name. Front right wheel suspension 1, 2, and 3. And that should be good. Yeah. Okay, now I can add stuff. Now I need to add this and then run back again and lock it so it doesn't rotate on us. And I think it'll lock even though it is not fully built. Rotor. There you are. Lock. Shoot. Everybody panic. Okay. Okay, so kind of mimicking what I did over here. We've got square, then angle, 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 and then I think it was like 1, 2, 3 squares. 3 and then angle, then 3 angles. Let's see how close that gets to what we've already built. Oh, geez. Panic. Angle. 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 That doesn't seem too close. Right? Yeah, because then I can take our right wheel. Do that with a wheel. And that's plenty of space for rotation and movement. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, and then over here we were angle to a rotor. Angle to then a rotor, which I am going to do my due diligence and go lock that just in case. I should probably put a control panel towards the back. Rotor, this one is locked. Rotor, this one is now locked. Woo! At some point I need to think of colors too. Okay, focus, Brandon. So now we got a square and then 3 angles. 1, 2, 3. The question is, so normally all these angles are a little bit bigger. But oftentimes this back arm is often strung out a little bit more. So that one has just 2. If I do like 4 extra, is that going to be ridiculous, or do you think that will help with stability at all? With like going up hills and mountains and stuff. Or am I just being way too extra? I'm going to do it. Then we got 3 angles down. 1, 2, 3. Then we can do our wheels. That one. And that one. We have a suspension system on each side. I don't like how turned I am, so I'll leave my jetpack on. Hopefully that is making sense. We've kind of got a weird, what should hopefully be pretty powerfully all-terrain vehicle that has no problem with rocky, uneven surfaces. That's like the point of the suspension and why it's on the Curiosity rover up on Mars. Because it's very powerful in that sense. Because, yeah, it's just very independent. And doesn't require springs to give itself powerful suspension to climb over rocks. I just hope that with this setup and these wheels, turning doesn't turn into a complete nightmare. I'm hoping that I can kind of do a similar situation where all 3 of these rotate right and all these ones counter rotate to kind of do, I don't know, an interesting maneuver of wheels. We'll play around with it after we drop it on the ground. What we'll do is before we drop it, we'll do a save and then do a save for 1 if it crashes and we need to let it down softer somehow. But 2, to make sure we don't bottom out suspension wise with just 6 wheels on each side. And then to see if this is even feasible. If not, I might have to go to like 5x5 wheels, just directly attach them or and do something boring, or I don't know yet. Because at one point I was thinking of doing smaller wheels, which in my head these wheels were going to be smaller. You actually can't do smaller wheels than this. And do a rotating angle, kind of like you see right here on each of these hinges with like 4 wheels. And just kind of go crazy with it and see how that turned out. But I am not, ouch, I am not hating that. God, I hope it works. I really hope this works. I hope 6 wheels on each side is enough. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the other side yet. What do I need to worry about next? Should I just try to weld all this in? I might just need to try to weld all this in because this is just all steel. I don't have to worry about fancy metal grids. Is that what they're called? So shield your eyes as I go around and start welding all this stuff to kind of give us our feel for how this looks and maybe some ideas for the kind of paint job I want to do. I have no idea. Hopefully your guys' weekend has been a good, relaxing one. Allowed you to kind of de-stress from work or from school, wherever it is you are doing. If you didn't get a weekend, hopefully you get some time to relax during this week instead of this weekend. That's all I can really hope for you. Sometimes we don't all get to relax on the weekend. That's okay. So that concerns me a little bit that we got these lines going on. It's okay. We're not really looking for this vehicle to be super airtight or anything. You might in the future. I don't know. I don't know if there's any planets that don't have an atmosphere. Could be. For all I know. Okay, there goes our amount of steel plates. Let's drop off these and these. We'll just do straight up steel. See what we have. Oh, that didn't work out. Let me redo that one. I guess I need to get regular light armor. There we go. Energy low. Let's drop. There's a plate somewhere around here. There it is. Let's get some energy because we are using our welder now. That steals a lot of our energy. Okay, sorry. I had a bite of my dessert again. Come back to that. Now, I don't know how long I'm actually going to stream for. I might call it quits here in a minute and do some of this tediousness off stream, maybe. Or I don't know, maybe play something else like World of Tanks. It's only 7:30 for me, so still got a little bit of the evening to still do something. I do kind of need to keep grinding some of my tanks to get to some of their tier 9s and 10s that I'm looking to want. Okay. I think everybody, well, I shouldn't say that. Like a lot of people, for most people, it's actually WoW, where they have that game where they just spent a lot of money in. It could be other games, like I see a lot of people, it's like Warframe for them or Genshin Impact for them. But World of Tanks is that game where I've just spent an embarrassingly amount of money. I've spent an embarrassing amount of money in that game, but I've also played that game an embarrassingly amount of time. But it's also a game where I actually don't feel bad for spending that money because each time I've done it, it's just been super fun and brings even more fun to the game. But yeah, World of Tanks is that game for me. I feel like most people have a game like that, but I definitely don't think it's like a... For sure, everybody does. Because I think I'd feel more bad if World of Tanks wasn't free to play. Like I had paid like a big price tag for the game and then ended up spending just way more into it anyways. Not that that's like a bad thing, but it's like I really love World of Tanks. I played a ton. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I feel like don't feel bad for giving the developers a little bit of money to keep the lights on and keep adding stuff. So, I don't know. I am a little concerned that everything is cloud-based. So as soon as they do shut off servers, I just lose everything. I have nothing to like keep. Like if the game dies, I can't like load it up as like a retro game in the future and play it with all the stuff I have. It's just gone forever. And I had my first taste of that with Ghost Recon Phantoms. I don't know if any of you guys remember that game. It was like the Tom Clancy game before Siege and The Division came out. Like I remember being in that game being like, oh my gosh, Tom Clancy games are coming out with another one. It's like called The Division. It's going to be super cool. Or it's called, I think both of them were coming out at similar times. We were all kind of anticipating it, but man, that game was so much fun. I used to stream back then as well. That was like my main game for streaming because I loved that game. Like you had it was three main classes. You had like a support engineer guy that kind of had a LMG weapon. You had a sniper. Obviously had a sniper rifle and a pistol, I think. And then you had your assault guy. So the like engineer support guy was everyone had like abilities, and he had like a big bubble shield deal, and then he had like a technology disabler pulse that he could do instead of that as well. The armor guy had like a big shield that he could charge forward with, and then I can't remember what his other ability was. I never played that guy. And then the sniper had a cloak. Oh, what was the secondary ability for the sniper? I mostly always did cloak. Gosh dang it was cloak and... Oh man, that's gonna bug me. Was it it might have been like a radar pulse to be able to see other players. Anyways, my favorite thing to do in the game was to do counter sniping. And I got pretty good at it too. So I'd find a position or a lane where our guys were getting really heavily sniped, and I'd basically be the counter sniper where I'd just focus on taking out their sniper for the most part. I got really good at it. And it was like a game where you had like different points you're trying to capture. Sometimes some people were like trying to defend all the points, and then you had like attackers, or you each had a point you're trying to defend and attack at the same time. This is a really fun game. But it was one of those games where I hadn't spent much. I spent a little bit. Yeah, not very much. Maybe like $50 I maybe spent total. But it was like a game of like, well, the servers are gone, and I have no way of ever playing that super fun game again. I was like super bummed. And I kind of had that thought of, man, that's going to happen to World of Tanks someday, and I'm going to be so sad. But, oh well. At least I'm having fun in it now. That's the part that I got to remind myself. Need more steel plate. Well, this is coming along. I need to just get a ton of ice for this thing. And then we need to put solar panels along this top, I think. Like I might put these little half ledges we were doing like right along here, and then build the solar panels against those and just cover our top and maybe even these sides. I don't know if I can do that with solar panels, but I'll try. I'll try to think of something. Just to help supplement energy, so we're maybe not having to use our hydrogen engines so much. So I think they're just soaking up hydrogen. Operating this beast. Which is fine. It was kind of its purpose. It is definitely power hungry. I don't know. I think we're coming towards the end. I think I might call it there. Oh shoot, I should save. God, I had to manually save. We could have lost everything at some point there. That would have been bad. Anyways, if there's any of you guys lurking, I really appreciate it. Hopefully, you had some fun watching me in the background or doing something. For those of you watching the VODs on the channel or the YouTube channel or just here on Twitch, if you made it this far into the VOD, you're a beast, and I appreciate you a lot. And I'll hopefully see you next time. See ya.